Hey, friend. Welcome back to the Side Hustle Growth Podcast. I'm so happy that you are here, especially today. I want to talk to you about something that I hope each and every single one of you wants for your side hustle, but it's okay if you don't. But we are going to get into a really big one today because we're talking about making boss moves in a side hustle, okay? Turning it into something extraordinary. And to turn it into something extraordinary is really understanding when it's time to scale your side hustle, to take it to that next level. Maybe you're at a point where things are going really, really well and you're wondering, can I make this into something bigger? Should I? And most importantly, is it sustainable? So we're going to get into those telltale signs of when it's time to scale, how to make sure your side hustle is actually profitable enough for growth, and the practical steps to expand without, most importantly, losing your mind, sis. Or let's talk about it, your money. So let's get into it. Those signs that it's time to scale. First things first. How do you know when it's time to scale? When is this scaling talk, CJ? You can't just wake up one morning and say, you know what? I'm ready to blow this thing up. It's time. It's time. Scaling, of course, requires intention, strategy, and yes, a solid foundation. So here are some signs to look out for. You can't keep up with the demand, sis. Your products, your services are consistently selling out. You are booking weeks in advance. I love that for you. Congratulations. This is a clear indicator that there is room for some serious growth. The next thing is your systems are maxed out. You've outgrown them systems. Maybe you're drowning in admin tasks because you're a solopreneur. You're doing it yourself, right? Or you're doing everything manually and it's eating up all of your time. And you already don't have that much time because this is a side hustle. This is a sign you need to level up your systems, whether it's hiring, it's automating, it's outsourcing, something. You need help. You are drowning. You are at the point where you don't have the bandwidth because you can't keep up with that demand. The next thing, obviously, is you are financially stable. Scaling requires money, honey. So if your side hustle is consistently profitable, you might have the cushion you need to take some calculated risks. And the other thing is you see the market demand. Are your customers asking for more? Maybe they want new products. Maybe they want expanded services or they want a faster turnaround time. They want more. They're your biggest fans. You just have more and more fans coming in. Listen to them. They're literally telling you how to grow. There's that demand for you, your product, your service. So take a minute, reflect. Are any of these signs popping up for you? Are they? Oh my God. Can you please tell me? Can you hit me up and let me know? Because if so, it might be time to consider scaling your side hustle. Here's the next thing to talk about, profitability. We are talking about the numbers now because scaling a side hustle that isn't profitable, that doesn't really make sense. It's like trying to build a house on quicksand. It's just not going to hold. And here's how to determine if your side hustle is truly profitable. Calculate your costs. What does it actually cost to run your side hustle? This includes, of course, supplies and software and shipping. And again, here's that word, your time, because time is money. And if you're not factoring it in, you are shortchanging yourself. And know your margins. Once you've figured out your costs, you figured out how much you're making after expenses, profit. It's not just about the income, it's also about the profit. A solid profit margin is usually like 30 to 50%. It really depends on your industry. But after all the income and the expenses, you have something left over and it's within that margin. Know your margins. That's how you know that you're actually really making a profit. And then there's recurring revenue. Are you making consistent income month to month? If your revenues are all over the place, Scaling might not be the best decision for you right now. It might feel like a roller coaster, that ebb and flow. It's up, it's down, it's around. It's fun for a minute. You're on this high, then things plateau and then they plummet, and it'll make you dizzy real quick. And if you're not profitable just yet, that's okay. Don't worry. You focus on the things you can control. So tightening up your operations and finding way to cut costs or raise prices. When you're ready to scale, you'll be in a much stronger position. And now let's talk about how to scale without losing your mind. You've decided, okay, scaling is in the future. I love that for you. That is so amazing. So let's talk about how to scale in a way that is sustainable. First of all, my girl, start small. Scaling doesn't have to mean going from 0 to 100 overnight. Just like I said, not like you're going to wake up and be like, I think it's time. So maybe it's introducing one new offer, one new product or service, hiring a VA, or upgrading your website, starting and making those small changes that can lead to big results. Remember, the little things do add up, and you can add those little things consistently. And please invest in some kind of automation. We're talking about your time again. So that is your most valuable resource. Time is expensive, okay? So if you can figure out ways to maximize on your time, tools like scheduling apps or email marketing platforms or inventory management systems that can really free up your time so you can focus on growth and build a team. You don't have to do it all alone, whether it's hiring that part-time assistant. Maybe you're collaborating with others like freelancers, and that can make a huge difference. Having that help, again, to free up that time, because you always have to manage your bandwidth, what you're capable of working on for yourself before you have to outsource or delegate. Build a team. You could just start with one person, but if you realize you do not have the capacity to do it all yourself, that is a huge clue right there. And please set some very, very clear goals. So what does scaling look like for you? Is that more money? Is that more clients? Is that less stress? You just have more time? Define your goals. And then what I always have to do with my clients is reverse engineer your steps to get there. So, okay, we know what the big goal is. All right, so let's work backwards. How are we going to get there? What do you need to do first? What do you need to do next? And of course, starting small, being consistent, and building on things. And remember, scaling isn't just about making more money. Of course, that's a huge part of it. Yes, I'm not trying to downplay it. Okay, don't come for me. But scaling is really about creating a business that aligns with your long-term vision and supports the lifestyle that you want. Where is this side hustle going to take you? What does your life look like? How does your life improve because of this side hustle and the success of this side hustle? So let's get into some real talk. When scaling isn't necessarily the answer. This is a very hard truth, and that is that not every side hustle is meant to scale, and that's okay. If it's more of a creative outlet or just a way for you to just earn some extra cash when you have the time to put into it, scaling might not align with your goals. That's okay, okay? That's okay. Show yourself some grace. But ask yourself, does this side hustle align with my future version of myself? Do I want to run this full time someday? Are you taking this from a side gig to the main gig, the main thing? Ask yourself, am I willing to commit the time, the energy, the resources that scaling requires? And if the answer is no to one, two, all of these, then that's fine. You don't have to scale to be successful. Your side hustle should serve you, not the other way around. So that's it for today. Scaling a side hustle, of course, that's a huge decision and is not one that should be taken lightly, especially since you are defining your path and your future. The key is just knowing when you're ready, understanding your numbers, and you take those consistent, intentional steps towards growth. So if you are still unsure of scaling or you need help figuring out your next move, connect with your girl CJ. Head on over to my website, KristenNJames.com. book that 15-minute vibe check. Get my free guide, that side hustle confidence kit. And let's get you to hustling smarter, not harder. I appreciate you for being here with me today. I am so excited that you were interested in this topic and this episode. Tell me where you are in your side hustle journey. I always love to hear from you. Let's figure this out. Let's make that money. Let's grow your side hustle. Let's take it to the next level together. I'm always rooting for you. I'm always cheering you on. And I will see you at the next episode. Bye.